And they close the door, Joy. Mm. How you people doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hi, Binti. I hope you're doing okay. Let's see. Welcome, 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 guys. I'm trying to figure out how to make this look better. I'm trying to figure out something, guys. Just be patient. Like the live if you're here. I'm trying to figure something out. Not that. This. How does it work? There's a way. Oh, yeah, I found it. I have found it. There we go. That's better. Hi, guys. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm doing this because then the main profile, people from that main profile can see, but I want you guys to follow here so that we can get this show on the road. Yesterday, we had quite a lovely discussion on my friend's profile. And so I decided today, because I wanted to start this on my end, not just be a guest every single day, but I can be able to actually do this here, to go live here. So if you've joined in, Lucy, thank you for those likes. If you've joined in, please make sure that you like and make sure that you follow me as well. Make sure that you follow. Hi, Justice. Hi, Nduta. Fight back, how are you? Welcome, everyone. Welcome, everyone. I know it's evening in Kenya right now. It's about just a few minutes past midday here. And I wanted to do this for a while. One of the targets that we have currently is to be able to get this profile to get to 1,000 followers. That's the current target that we have. Once that is done, then of course we start growing the profile, but that's one of the targets that I'd placed for myself. This is a profile that I started about a week or so ago. So I'm always excited to see the growth that it has. At the same time, because this is one that is growing because of community, not just anything else, because I do not buy followers, I do not buy likes. I make sure that the people who are joining are actually people who are interested in the content that I do. And so that is the reason why we are doing this. Welcome, everyone. If you're here for the very first time, please make sure to follow. And then we'll also get to the point where if you have any questions, today I want to talk about content creation. If you have any questions about content creation, please place them in the comments. I will answer all of them to the best of my ability. For the people who are coming in here for the very first time, hi, Wamboy. Dorina, yo, how are you? For the people who are coming in for the very first time, my name is Momo, and I started content creation in 2017. That's when officially I started. You know, you officially start the day you make the decision. So I had no idea where that would take me. And of course, it's taken me to very many places. I'm looking for my watch charger. Just found it. So it has taken me to so many places that I only dreamt it would be possible, right? So now I'm left with 2 continents that I have not yet visited, which is Australia and South America. Oh yeah, and Asia. I need to visit Asia one of these fine days. And it's content will take me there, those places that I'm thinking of going. And do you still do crypto? Yes. If you follow my main profile, you see I still do crypto. And I think that will probably be the first discussion that we have. As a person, one of the things that I've learned is you can and you should do more than one thing. Why? Because the idea of one job or one line of work, it truly ended with our parents. That's just the truth. So many people who want to make money, become wealthy, most people will do it by pursuing more than one interest. It's difficult to actually do it just by doing one thing. And I'll give you a good example. When we were growing up, I'd hear stories from my dad talking about the fact that hi Sarah. I'd hear stories from my dad about how when they were just out of high school, they would get a job to be a teacher at the same school. So that essentially meant that after you finished Form 4 or you finished Form 6, you are qualified to teach Form 1s. Today, if you actually wanted to become a teacher, the minimum requirement would be that you have to have a 4-year degree before that is possible. There is no way that you'll be allowed to teach high schoolers if you don't have a 4-year degree. And now if you want to teach if you want to teach people who are in campus, you need an advanced degree before you can do that. And even after that, now for me, even when I was employed, I'd find that when we are going up for an interview for a promotion, the people you're competing with, each one of you has an advanced degree. Everyone there has an MBA. So it's not an added advantage. So what do you do in that case? Things have changed. So instead of me sitting and saying, oh, I'm complaining about how things are, how about I look for a solution? How about I look for, let me say it like this. How about I look for a way to be able to move forward in life instead of just complaining about the way things are. So what I decided for myself was I will do all the things that I can do to make money. So I for almost 10 years I've run a photography and video company where I have done weddings, I have done conferences, I have done birthdays. Hakuna event yenye sijafanya in terms of size. I've done all those things. And then now in 2017, 2018 is when I decided, let me start creating content. Let me start teaching people these things that I'm learning. At that time, I was still employed. So I'd come home, and after everyone has gone to sleep, that's the time that I switch my camera on. That time I was actually shooting with my phone, and I'd start shooting content. And then at that time, I didn't have my own computer. So I would use a computer that I was given by my mother, and I would actually start editing at that time. And then I go to sleep at around 1 a.m. after I finished editing. But because of the type of computer it was unable to finish exporting in a few minutes. It would take 3-4 hours to finish exporting. So if I've slept at midnight or at 1 a.m., it will export all the way to 4-5 a.m. So that's the time I'm waking up to go to work. I pick that file. So the first thing I would do, by the way, because you just have to find a way. That's what I would do. I wake up. First thing I wake up, I go connect my phone to the computer, and I start copying that edited file or the exported file to my phone. And I knew that would take like half an hour. So I now start going and preparing myself to go to work. By the time I'm through with preparing myself, it's that half an hour. So I pick my phone and I go to work. Then at work, at that time, we would get about 40 minutes or 45 minutes of internet, Wi-Fi, given to employees before people show up. That is the time that I upload my video. And I did that for close to a year. That same way. That's what I would do. So after doing that for a year, I think I'd done between 40 and 50 videos by the end of that year. That's when I got to 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. So if you go today on YouTube and you just search Momo on YouTube, you'll find my content there. And at that time, I was talking about how to start businesses. I've gone back to that, and if you've checked on the main profile, you've seen that video. And I put that video up either yesterday or the day before that, and it has over 30,000 views. So I know the kind of content that works for me. So I put that video there. And I was talking about business ideas, businesses you can start with 1,000 bob, businesses that you can start with 100,000, with 200,000, things like that. Like, I know that's what people are searching for. And if you're a content creator, you need to know what people are looking for online, and tell them that, and give people what they're looking for. So do those videos. And acha nicheke tu maswali zenye mnauliza na kujibiana hapo. Becky, hi, how are you? So I start doing crypto content in 2021. From 2018 to 2021, I had 2018, 19, 20, I had not talked about crypto. And by that time, I think I was about 20,000 subscribers. Yes. And so I'd already started gathering an audience without ever talking about crypto. I meet crypto in 2021. That's when I was introduced to crypto in 2021. It's distracting from the main discussion that we are having, because it really doesn't matter. So I was on one platform trying to understand what Bitcoin is, and it's my brother who actually did that. And he tells me, "I see you do one of these videos and you show people what Bitcoin is all about." I had no idea what it is. But the way I live my life is when I learn something new, I teach people about it. Not that I'm an expert, and I have never become an expert in crypto matters. It's just if you study something for quite a while, and if you study it for long, you start becoming an expert, even without wanting to become one. And I never consider myself to be a crypto expert. But so many people will disagree with that. What I do, I research. Once I've researched, I tell you what I have learned. And somehow, I get elevated to become an expert. But that's beside the point. So I do this very fast video. I'm talking about this platform that I don't think that platform is there anymore. And I talk about how to buy Bitcoin on that platform. And that's it. Then he tells me, there's this other platform that is here, you can also try. That second platform is Binance. So what do? I sign up on the platform. I have no idea how to use the freaking platform. I still do a video on how to use the platform. So I'm learning these things. I'm signing up on the platform. And as I am signing up, I am showing people, guys, I am signing up. I'm not telling you to sign up. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just showing you this is what I'm doing. And so I learned the easiest way to become a content creator is to just record you doing life. And for me, even though I'm not showing you my personal life, I started showing people my financial life. This is what I am doing, trying to access this new kind of money that exists. And you do that once, twice, 3, 4 times. By the time I'm on video number 10, someone from the platform talks to me and they're like, "We really like the way you do your videos." Like, inside, I'm just thinking, but there's nothing new I am doing. I'm just showing people how to navigate your platform. But just that in itself, I can tell you for free, that changed my life. I do not want to go into exact amounts of money I have made just from creating content, because I don't think that is really important. But let me tell you, I have been able to feed my family without ever needing a second income, even though I have second incomes and third incomes and things like that. So I run a photography company. That's the first place. And that business did well for me because I have one client who we worked with for 4 years straight. Every year would work with them. They had an annual event that we were doing. And every year they would call us. Sometimes even without anything else. They're like, "Muma tutumie quote yako inakaa aje?" And I'd send. And of course, every Kenyan knows clients will always bargain. They bargain and they still pay the same price that I have asked them to pay. And we work really well with them. And I've done conferences. In fact, it's just because of other complications. There's a conference I was supposed to have been doing this month. But you get such clients. Natoa pen, nilinunua pen because of needing to write things down. Sometimes ideas come to me, and if I don't write it down, I'll forget. So I had to buy a pen or pens and a notebook so that I can be recording the ideas that I get. So my content creation has always been about, this is what I'm learning, this is what I'm doing. And for some of you, if you just put a camera on and shared the things that you're doing or the things that you do, you could get quite a different life in 12 months. There's a lady I saw on YouTube a few years ago who her only job, her content, is around how to do advanced formulas on Excel. And that's probably the work that she does on a day-to-day basis, coming up with formulas to make sure that she can be able to navigate the data that she has on Excel. Within some time, Microsoft themselves reached out to her for her to start working with Microsoft. And that is a partnership that would never have happened if she had never recorded her screen and the things that she was doing with Excel in her day job. Some of the people who are here, who are listening, if you just showed people what you do, you'd probably make 3, 4, 5 times what you're making now because you've shown us what you can do. There are makeup artists who are here. You are a good makeup artist, and even anyone. Ariel, just go on YouTube and search. It's been a while since I've seen her. You're a makeup artist. Each of your friends, when they see your makeup, they keep on telling you, hey, we like the way your makeup looks like. But no one else, apart from the people who actually meet you, knows about what you do. Take your camera. You have a ring light, I'm sure. If you're a makeup artist, you have a ring light. Record yourself. Look at a makeup artist like Sisi. Sisi has gotten so many opportunities, even now with musicians and things like that, because every single day, Cliff, that's where I'm going to. I'm going there. Just relax. Relax. Nilikuwa najibu mtu mwingine kwa sababu ninajua maswali kama hizi zinakuja. The way Sisi works is she will do her makeup every day and she will be live every day talking about makeup. And that has grown from her just doing makeup for her friends and weddings every single place to now she's even been able to afford to open a shop where clients can walk in and she does makeup for them. And you grow like that. A few months ago, I saw her at a concert with people like Red Sun because she loves that kind of music, and she will be doing her makeup and singing one of those oldie songs that we used to hear when we were in campus. And those are opportunities that never would show up if she did not take the time to create the content. So I started with business ideas, and then 2021, I started talking about crypto. That now, people who know me now think crypto is all I've always talked about. Hi, Fabadel. People think crypto is all I talk about. People don't even know the other businesses that exist or even what I used to do before. Because, by the way, there's a video that I've done on YouTube that is on how to file your tax returns. I did that video in 2020. In 2026, it still gets views. Of course, I think I need to do and I keep saying every year I'll do a refresher one. But it still keeps on getting views 6 years later. And most of the information there is still current. Right now, some of the navigation may have changed, but it's still, it's now become a passive income thing. Okay? So, first, I started talking about business ideas, and then I started talking about crypto. Just because I started talking about crypto does not mean that I stopped talking about business ideas. Because that's a thing that school taught us. When you are finishing Form 4, you are told you have to choose one course because you can only have one career. That's not true. And it's only true in that line. If you decide to ever be an employee, then you'll be told this is what you'll be doing. But that idea is not a modern idea. It's an outdated idea. Why? Because the way employeeship started was because of the assembly line. It was because of the assembly line. You would stand on the assembly line, especially the moving assembly line. You would stand on that line, and all you would do was one thing. And so you are conditioned that all you can do is one thing. And then we've picked that wisdom that is from the 1900s, and we are bringing it now to 2026. And you think that you'll be able to survive just by doing one thing for the rest of your life. Those jobs don't exist anymore. The reality is that as time moves, things are changing so quickly, and I haven't even gotten to how AI will affect our lives. I haven't even gotten into that. But that's just the reality that is there right now, that if you just say you're going to be doing this one thing, then you are putting yourself in danger. So what did I do? I do business ideas, I do crypto, and I did crypto even when I was starting crypto. By the way, so many people told me this thing will never succeed. Na sasa mbona utuambii juu ya business ideas anymore? But I'd seen, just from starting, I'd seen if I want to make it in this sector, then this is what I have to do. And so it grew, by the way, my brand. It grew my brand. That now, let me check. I need to open my laptop. That now, I have a video that the last time I checked, it was almost at 300,000 views. The last time I checked that particular video. I'm opening my YouTube channel. Where is YouTube? Getting to almost 300,000 views. But there is possibility that someone looked and said, Mumo mbono unafanya stories za crypto? Si ungekaa tu kwa business ideas. The people who have shown up in terms of brands, in terms of opportunities, just because I decided to do crypto content, I cannot count. It does not mean that I stop talking about business ideas. In fact, after a while, now is when I noticed that a little of the content that I'm doing is not doing as well as it was. So I had to make a pivot. I had logged out of some of these things. I had to make a pivot so that now, if you go onto my YouTube channel, I'm still working on it to make, hi Adele, to make sure that I'm consistent with it. Now I'll be talking about three things. I'll talk about business ideas, which will be coming on Mondays. I'll be talking about financial literacy because nobody is talking about financial literacy the way I feel I can talk about it. So instead of complaining particular content does not exist on the platform, what do? Let me talk about financial literacy, because the financial literacy content that currently exists on YouTube is geared towards an American audience. It's not geared to us as Kenyans or as Africans. So why not create it? Instead of me complaining at, there is no content around this. Hiya! We are at 299,000 views. Just about to get to 300,000 views. And this is a video I did in 2022. But that one video has made me over $1,000. One video. So imagine someone telling me to stop talking about crypto when I have a video, one video that has made me over $1,000. And it's not $1,000 at once like this, of course, but it's made me really good money. And it's now almost at 300,000 views. And this particular video has the possibility. Thank you, Frazee. Guys, if you have gifts, please gift me. I even have some goals that are here. This video has the possibility of getting to 1 million views. It will, one of these days. And I'm not even advertising it or sharing it with people every single day. Just from YouTube, 299,000 views, watch time of 20,000 hours watched. It has brought in 8,100 subscribers. I have 86,000. 10% of my subscribers has come from one video. So I talk about crypto because of such things. Of course, I've done over 100 videos talking about crypto and talking about Binance platform. But imagine you can do 100 videos and one video brings you over $1,000. $1,000 is about 130K. Hiyo ni salo ya mtu. I'm not saying this money has come in 1 month. In fact, let me just check here. And I see, let me see what it has made me. Since it was published. By the time I was doing 1 year with this video, let me see, May. Yes. Half of the money, half of the money of this video was made in the first year. $508 in its first year. And then now from 2023 to now, it's made another $500. So now I see this video in its first year, it made $500. So if you can make one good video, of course, there's no way you can make one good video without making 100 others, because you have no idea which one it will be that will be the good one. And I can still remember, this is a good thing with this video, I can still remember where I was shooting this video, making this video go live. Because it was actually on 31st. Was it 31st? Yes, it was on 31st. 31st of May, 2022, there was, because I remember the thumbnail. 31st of May, I made this video public. I had the idea of how, because I was talking about how to make 3,000 shillings per day on Binance, which is something that I did in 2022. And so I wanted to share that with people. And I wanted, because I was talking about 3,000, I wanted to have 3 physical thousands in my hand as I shoot this video. Okay? And so on that day, 31st of May, we had an event, a YouTube event that had been organized at Trademark Hotel. YouTube had called so many people who are content creators, and I was among the people that had been called to moderate one of the panels. I love moderating panels. I like being on panels, but I prefer moderating panels because I'm able to enrich a conversation more as a moderator than as a guest. And if you're here and you organize events and you're looking for a good moderator, please talk to me. I moderate well, okay? I know myself, I moderate well. And if you say, Momo is moderating, people will show up. But at this event, I was looking for 3,000 shillings to hold physically. I think I had 2 in my pocket, and then I started going around talking with other content creators and asking them, uko na tao yenye uko nayo hapa physically, there's a thumbnail I want to shoot. And so I remember this. And this is my best performing video to date. I started content creation in 2018. This is a video I did in 2022. I am still creating content in 2026. 4 years later, this is still my best performing video. Of course, there are other videos which are going to come up, and in a few years, they may become the best. But this is the best currently. It's at 299,000 views, and the nearest to it is 272,000, which is a business ideas video. And that one has not even made as much money as that. Of course, there's a big difference because this one, for the first 2 years, it made no money because I wasn't monetized yet at that time. So it has that unfair advantage to it. So I started creating content on crypto in 2021. In 2023, I was speaking to someone and she told me, I have seen this new business that I think you would be good for. That I think you'd be good for. By the way, this video made, this second video, there was a time it was making even $5 a day. And that was 2019. It made most of its money then. So this person comes to me and tells me, by the way, Mumo, the way I know you, this is a business that you can do, that you can make money. I stayed for 6 months saying no to that person. I'm like, Mimi, network marketing, Mimi, BF Suma, hapana. Until one of the days, she gave me, there's a yellow book that you get in BF Suma. She gave me that book and told me, you sit down and read this and evaluate it the way you typically evaluate businesses. Because being told about new businesses is not something new to me. So many people pitch me businesses, some of them wanting to make use of my audience, some of them wanting me to invest, things like that. They happen because of the fact that I talk about business and finance every single time. So many people come and they're like, Momo, there's this new business I've seen, or Momo, would you advise me to do this? And even, by the way, if you went to this profile, which many of you may have come from there, and please make sure to follow me, there is that video that I've just done on business ideas. You can start with 30,000. In the comments of that video, people are already asking, and me, I have 600,000. What business can I do? I laugh because I know that is very normal and I expect that. But imagine this. There's someone who has 600,000 and they want to start a business. And I'm thinking to myself, I have given you ideas here, 7 good ideas that you can start with 30,000. You have 600,000. How about you just take 30,000 and you looked at which of these ideas you liked and do that. And still, even if it did not work, you still have 570,000. That is a mentality that I want to change with people. You have 100,000. You watch this video because it's a 25-minute video, so it needs you to be patient. So there are 7 ideas here. I have 100,000. There are 7 ideas here. I like idea number 4. I don't even remember which business that was, but I have idea number 4. Let me do this business. I take my 70,000, I save it, and I try this with 30,000. What am I losing? So photography, business ideas as a content creator, crypto, and then in 2023, when I finally read that yellow book, BF Suma, and I understood how to make money with the business, Then I told that person, you know what? Let me try it out. What am I losing? Let me try it out. Because this is a thing that people don't want to admit. Not every opportunity that shows up you have to do. But what if that is the idea that makes you millions? You don't know. You don't know. So I sit down and I'm like, okay, so how much do I need to start this business? How much do I need? And she told me, if you have 10,000 shillings, you can start. And that's the answer I still give people, even up to today. If today you had 10,000 shillings, network marketing is a legitimate way of making money. It's just that you need some training so that you do not become like a scammer to people. You just need training. And with the 10,000 shillings that I spent, I have made so much money in that business, some even almost passively, because I mentioned it. And because I do content like this, some of my friends who know me from other businesses, they're like, Mumo umeingia kwa hiyo biashara. Why? Because there are some people who do that type of business who have made it look like a scam. So I told myself, you know what? I will be different. I will make sure I am personally different. I will not promote something that I do not believe in. And that is the same reason why it took me 6 months. 6 months before I said yes to starting network marketing. Is network marketing the same as affiliate marketing? They're different. Affiliate marketing, I'll give you a good example. This is a DJI mic. I actually, I lost this part in. I hope I'm back now. I'm back now. I know I'm back now. Mnasikia nikiwacheka? Let me tell you what has happened. I have connected one of this. I've connected one of these microphones to the phone. And so when I opened it, it moved the speaker, not even the, it moved the microphone from what you are hearing, which is from the phone itself, to this. And so hata vile nimeifunga ndio mkakosa kunisikia, but we are back. I'm explaining what affiliate marketing is to make it simple for you. I am not the owner of this company called DJI, right? DJI sells this mics. Let's say this mic is 50,000. Now I'll tell you this mic I have been with. I know I have been with this mic and I've used it personally. I'm not giving the example. I'm telling you my experience. I've used this mic for close to 2 years now. It has never failed me. And even when I am in a room that has echo, I'm able to record on this and my editors get better audio quality because of this mic. This mic is 50,000 shillings. If you go into a shop today, you can buy it for 50,000 shillings. If you go on Amazon, you can buy it for 50,000 shillings. However, I can, on my video on YouTube, I can put a link to tell you this is a thing I bought. And so when you watch and you go on the website knows that particular link that Pinches used was a link that Momo had shared. Momo is the reason Pinches has come to our website. And so you buy this for how much? 50,000 shillings. You pay the company 50,000 shillings and they say, Pinches ndio alinunua hii kitu lakini alikuja kwetu kwa sababu ya Momo. Momo, shika 2%. How much is 2%? I think 1,000 shillings if I'm not wrong. That is affiliate marketing. And that is the simplest explanation you will ever hear. That is affiliate marketing. You find a product that you like that is owned by another company. Okay? And you direct people to that company to buy. But when they go there, they say, I have come here because of this person. And so you'll hear, even when I talk about Binance, I tell you, use the invite code MOMO when you're signing up. That's my inviter code. And when you use that code, Binance knows I am the one who brought you there. When you transact on the platform and you pay any fees, I get 20% of the fees that you have paid to the platform. The platform is not charging you, the user, anything extra, but it is thanking me, the affiliate, for bringing you onto the platform. And yesterday I showed people how much money I've made on affiliate on Binance, but that's affiliate marketing. Okay? Now, when you move to network marketing, it picks some concepts of affiliate marketing, but it adds some more benefits on it. I'm explaining it like this, not telling you that you guys go to this company and join this. I'm not telling you that. And when I talk about network marketing and talking about BF Suma, by the way, I'll not be trying to sell you ati ingia leo, hapana, hakuna pressure kama hizo. Go do your own research. Okay? Let's turn it now into network marketing. This is our new company. DJI wants to do network marketing. So the company knows it made this, let's say, for 5,000 shillings, because that's very possible. It made this for 5,000 shillings. I'm giving you an example so that you can be able to understand how network marketing works and where money comes from in network marketing. The retail price, what you would have been charged, is 50,000. Remember, but the company cost of production from wherever they are, whether they're in India or in China or Taiwan, wherever it is that they have their industries from. This one is made in, I'm checking. Wait, China. Made in China. You go to China, you make this for 5,000. I am the company DJI, okay? In Kenya, it is sold for 50,000. Are we together up to there? The company itself will not make 45,000 from this product. Are we together? Why? Because even though they spend 5,000 shillings to make the product, they will need to ship that product. They will need to ship that product to Kenya. And so they will spend some money there. Let's say they spend 1,000 shillings to ship this to Kenya. That's 6,000. That 1,000 has been made by the shipping company. but bado the bei ni 50,000. So the available profit to be made hapa katikati is 44,000. Then there is one huge company, let's call it Company A. Company A has an exclusivity arrangement with this company to be able to distribute in Kenya. And nobody else is allowed to distribute this apart from them. That exists with companies like Simbisa Brands. You see, Akina KFC, Akina Chicken Inn, franchises exist. That is a franchise. So you have an agreement with the mother company in whichever country it is, and you're the only one authorized to do that business. And so utapata when you're kona hiyo kampuni, even Coca-Cola is like that the Coca-Cola Kenya company may not even be directly owned by Coca-Cola themselves, but people have bought a franchise, their right to distribute this product in that country. So that's the first person. Okay? In network marketing, you'll have a company authorized to sell this. They have gotten this product, but the company is not charging them 6,000. The company may say, for you guys, I'll give you this product at 30,000. Remember at the back of your mind, thank you, Alinda's Hub, for joining the team. I want it at retail for 50,000. But for you, because you own the franchise, I will give it to you at 30,000. So the company, our company from China, has now made 30,000 minus 6, 24,000. Okay? And you have received, the franchise owner, you have received this product at 30,000. And so you go into the market and you tell people, guys, I have loved these microphones. These microphones are really amazing and I'm selling them at 50,000. And so you make 20,000 shillings. That is the normal business that people do. And so in countries like Kenya, most network marketing companies are in the health supplements space. So they have the same arrangement. The company manufactures and then ships and then puts a markup and then gives to its franchisees in the country to resell. And they put their profit and make money. And so you will find just the same way that this particular DJI in some shops is 56,000. In other shops, it is 60,000. In other shops, it can be 45,000. It's because the owner, the franchisee here, is the one who is determining how much profit he wants to make. There are some people who have very good arrangements with the manufacturer, and so they are okay with selling a huge amount even if they are making a small profit per product. There are others who know that because of the size of their business, they do not have the luxury of selling it at a lower price, or they have bought it from the franchise owner in the country, and so they have to put their own money on top. That is normal business. That is not even, we'll get there, Winnie. That is not even just network marketing. That is normal business. If you find electronics like this one, this particular example, that person, of course, bought it at a lower price and they are selling it to you for a profit. And the profit that they are getting is what they now pick and say, I'll pay this rent, I have employees, I have social media, I have this, and they're able to do their business. Now, in network marketing, the same business concept exists. There is a company like BF Suma started in the US in 2006. They manufacture the products, their supplement products. They manufacture them and then they ship them to Kenya. And then they tell distributors, franchisees, I'm giving you this product at this amount, and this is a recommended retail price. Are we together? There is a recommended retail price. Just the same way, Coca-Cola have a recommended retail price. However, if you walk into Kempinski, you will be charged something different from the recommended retail price. True or false? They will charge you a different amount from the recommended retail price. Why? Because their expenses are different from what your typical Mama Mboga or the typical Kibanda would have charged you. 1 second, guys. Okay? Ninaongea na firstborn hapa. So, if you go into a particular establishment, you will find they sell things at a particular price. You are the one who has gone in there. If you go into Kempinski and they charge you 500 shillings or 200 shillings for a Coca-Cola whose recommended retail price is 30 shillings, ni wewe ndio uliingia huko, si ndio? Ni wewe ndio uliingia huko. Hakuna mtu alikuforce uingie huko ndani. You're the one who got in there yourself. What else do you need? Okay. So, now when it comes, and I'll give you the example of BF Suma, but this applies to other network marketing companies that are in the country. They operate the same way. Okay? In our example, the company spent 6,000 shillings to get the product into the country, gave it to distributors at 30,000 or franchisees at 30,000. And the franchisees are told you can sell it for 50,000. They determine whether they'll sell it for 50,000 or 55,000 or 60,000 or 45 or 40. Okay? Because they know their own expenses. If I want to move products quickly, I can even tell people, if you buy 2, I give you 1 free. Because I've calculated my profits, and I know even if I give you 1 for free, I still will not have lost money. Or I have a promotion because one of those products is going to be discontinued. I have a new product that is coming in, and so I want these products out, and so I give 1 for free. I'm okay with that. Now, the place where network marketing now differs from other companies is the fact that, remember the 24,000 shillings that the company made? The company now goes and says, this 24,000, if I was a normal company, I would have needed 24,000. But because I am not, I am willing to spend and give you back that money. Let's go back. This particular company, the actual company, DJI, as a normal business, they have done advertisements, they have done product research, they have employed people, they have done rent, they have done so many things that are part of their expenses. For a network marketing company, the expenses are really low. Why are they low? Because these companies don't need to employ so many people. They don't need to employ so many people. The number of people, I'll give you a good example. Safaricom itself could work as a network marketing company. Safaricom. It would work as a very good network marketing company. Because what do you need to do? You just need to have people buy franchises, and in every town they set up customer care centers. And for every customer that you take care of, Safaricom pays you money. And Safaricom would never need to deal with clients. All they just need to do is give people the infrastructure, the IT infrastructure. When it comes to phones, when it comes to M-Pesa, all that can be run in a network marketing model. And Safaricom would need less than 100 employees, because all you need to do is run the softwares and deal with the franchisees. That's it. I'm giving you the example because I'm explaining to you where network marketers make money from. Now that 24,000 in our case, say we just use 4,000 shillings to pay for the very few employees that we have and to deal with administrative things. So the company has spent 10,000 shillings on the product. It still has a 20,000 shillings. It can pick, say 1% or 2% of that money and say that is going to be money retained. And then the 18,000, it wants to give back to its distributors. And so the math to make money in network marketing is, how does this company distribute this 18,000? That was its own profit, but it wants to give it back to the distributors. And so that is where things like multi-level marketing show up. That is where you'll hear terms like stair-step format. All those are terminologies just explaining how this company is distributing the 18,000 it wants to share back with its distributors. And so this is a typical way companies will do it. One, because you've sold a product, it can say a portion of that amount will go to you because you are the one who looked for the client and sold to them. That's a bit of it. And then it can also say the person who trained you to become a good salesperson, we want to thank them as well. So in this case, they go a level above you in the organization. They go a level above you in the organization. And they can even say every single person above you, 5 of them, I'm giving you examples, we will reward them because if it was not for this person, you would have never joined that company. Okay? So a good example. When I joined, the person who brought me into the company, I am a level under them because I am in their team. The people I brought into the company and showed them this is a way to make money, they are part of my team. So when they work, they are working because I brought them, I trained them, I showed them how I'm doing the business, and so I will also get rewarded for the work that they do. That is the same way banks work. That is the same way every company works. That is the same way insurance companies work. The CEO makes more money than the cleaner. Why? Because he's the one who started and brought all these people that are in that organization. The bigger difference is this. In network marketing, it is possible for you to come into the business and make more money than the person who brought you into the business. It is possible. That is very possible. Because now your effort and your work is what will be looked at. Your personal work. Because now, if the company pays more for personal effort and then pays less for team effort, then if you're a good personal effort person, you'll make money. If your company pays little for personal effort and pays more effort, then if you have a big team, you will make money. So you now need to just evaluate which company you're going to join. The issue that I have with so many people who are in the network marketing space is that they come in and they lie to people of the amount of work it takes to get the success that they have or the people who introduce them have. I do not want to bring someone and tell them, if you come in today, you can make hundreds of thousands of shillings, when I know how much money I make currently. I know the potential that network marketing has. Why? I have been in the space now. This is my third year. I started in 2023. This is my third year. And I have seen people I know get into the business, succeed in the business, make millions in the business, get cars in the business, get a house in the business. There are people that I know. Okay? If it was someone I did not know, that I'm just being told stories, I would not believe. And that's the same thing I know people have. But you see, you cannot come in on day one and you want to make 100,000 shillings. Please, tukue too serious. Come in, so you've spent 10,000 shillings. Your first job should be just sell products and make a profit of the amount of money that you spent to join the company. Just that. Okay? Make a profit equal to how much money you spent to join the company. If you get into network marketing, and I would advocate for people to get into network marketing because it teaches you business. I know, because every single day there are trainings that my company holds 8 p.m. every day, Sunday to Friday. Saturday is the only day there's no training. But there's training on how to run a good network marketing business. That's all the training is about every single day. And so there's no other business that will teach you how to do the business apart from network marketing. But your first aim should be, these products I have purchased today, let me find a client to buy them. Just keep it simple. Wachana na chocha ya ati 100,000, 1 million. Wachana nayo kwanza. I want to see that I have bought this product, I have looked for a customer who needs this product, and I have sold to them, and I have made money, and money is in my M-Pesa. And I'm not talking about the whole revenue. I'm talking about profits. Because you'll make a profit of 20% or 30% or whatever amount, depending on how much you price this product. But you make 2,000 shillings. You go buy the same product again, and then you make another 2,000 shillings. So you've now made a profit of 4,000. And you look for a third client, and now you have a profit of 6,000 until you get to 10K. And now, the truth of the matter is, you have made your money back. After that, now it is pure profit, the money that you're making. That's the first thing that you should do when you join a network marketing company, is you should be targeting first to make profit back of the amount that you spent. That is also the reason why I rarely tell people to spend a lot of money to start, because so many people have no understanding of the products, first of all. Na hakuna haraka ya kutengeneza pesa. For so many people, that is the advice. There are people who will come into network marketing and they'll spend 1.3 million because they can afford to spend that 1.3 million, and they know where they're going to sell those products. But if you do not yet have the money just spend 10K. And I'm not saying just because it is a small amount. I'm just saying 10,000 is enough to get started in network marketing and build it to a business that can feed you, feed your family, feed your extended family, and even make you rich if you're serious with it. Tuambiane tu kweli. So many people, even when they get into network marketing, they will not be serious with the business. They think the business just sells itself. My friend, you're getting into one of the hardest businesses to ever explain. If you don't find people like me who understand what the business is, people will just give you their own answers, their own explanations, and many of them are lying to you about what the business actually entails and what work it actually needs. But I'll tell you this, because these are things I do not fear to say. You are getting a business that does not require you to pay for branding. If you knew how much money companies spend just on branding, you'd never need to start any other business apart from network marketing. Because you already are getting into a business where the company itself is paying for the branding expense. Every single person who has done that business before has done branding for you before you even start the business. And when you tell people, guys, by the way, nimeanza biashara ya BF Suma. The company has been around for over 16 years. They have already done the branding for you. That's one. Branding is free. And then, I'm talking about BF Suma because that's a company that I'm affiliated with. The company then goes ahead and it produces graphics on your behalf that you do not need to create new graphics to advertise the products. It does that and keeps sending to people every single day. That is an expense you are not spending on. Number 3, rent. If you're ever going to run a serious business, most of the times you need to have your own physical place where people can come, walk in, and buy your products. What network marketing does for people is it allows them to build their business without ever needing to think about rent. There are people in that particular business in network marketing who are paying that rent, and that person is not you. Instead of asking the question, now wanatengeneza aje pesa saa zile sisi tumekuja hapa, ask yourself, how do I make money? Because you need to make money yourself first. If you're broke, why are you worried about how other people are making money? You make money for yourself first. No paying of rent. In fact, by the way, I'm lucky because the shop that I am affiliated to, there is also a medical professional who can help people understand what those products do in their bodies, that all I need to do is bring people there. I don't even need to explain what that product does. Of course, you need to learn what the products do with time, but there's a medical professional there who can actually do that for you. So what else do you what else do you want? Tuambiane ukweli, what else do you want? You have a medical professional who will assess the person who is going to be taking those supplements, tell them which supplements they need, recommend how they should be taken, and now your work is buying them from the company, which the shop is there, and the client cannot go to buy there directly. They have to buy through you. Okay? They have to buy through you. XYZ. Because you do not know me, I shall mute you. I shall block you. Simple. Because you don't even know who I am. Okay? You follow me and then unaongea uchafu hapa. Enda na huko. We don't need your follow. So, you have somewhere where people will buy directly from you, and so you make your profit. Remember our product that was worth 30,000? You buy 30,000, you sell to that person for 50,000, you make your 20,000. And so you can make your money just like that. By bringing people to come get checked, the medical professional sees what exactly do they need for their situation. They explain, this is what I need. They have that conversation. And then they are told, this is what you need. And they go home. And you make your money like that. I know people who are making money every single day like that. But the problem is, people want everything done for them. Rent has already been paid for you. Branding has already been paid for you. Even the sales part is partly done for you. What else do you want? What else do you want? Ndio maana watu wanakuja wanauliza, na bado unafanya hii biashara? Yes, I'm still doing it. And I'm trying to figure out, how do I do this now that I'm here? How do I do it? Kama inakusaidia, make sure mna like na mna follow. Make sure you're liking and following. If the information you're finding here is important and it's information you have not heard before, or if you're understanding network marketing in a brand new way, make sure that you're liking, making sure that you're following. And you can even share it with someone who tells you network marketing is a scam, because they don't understand it. Most people who say network marketing is a scam is because they've never understood it. Most people. Some have tried it, but they never did it with seriousness. And so they will come to you and tell you it does not work because they did not work. Nobody will come and tell you, I was lazy. I did not attend trainings. I did not listen to what my mentor was telling me. Nobody will come and tell you that. Because we always want to look good in front of people. My friend, if you do not put in the effort in any business, and I'm not just talking about network marketing, but in any business, you will not succeed. And it doesn't matter which business idea I give you. If you don't put in the effort, you will not make a single shilling. You will not make a single kobo if you don't put in the effort. People are waking up at 6 in the morning to show up at the shop, to speak to clients, to bring clients to be seen by the medical professionals, to sell to those people, to do after sales service. You cannot expect to make the same money as the people who are putting an effort. And so people call it a scam because they never put in work to do the business. I have met over 100 businesses in my life as a banker, as a content creator. And I can tell you for free, the people who put in effort in network marketing always succeed. You just need to know how to do the business. How to do the business, that's a work. And so, all these stories to tell you, this is the reason why, for me, I don't just do one thing. Because I know I can make money in photography, which I do, and I have a very good camera that is here. But if it is not outside working, I'm using it for my content creation. I make money from my content creation. I make money from my network marketing. I make money in other ways. all these ways of making money because I realized the advice to have one income source is not something that makes sense in the 21st century. Is network marketing only for products, or what can one do with services? It depends with the market. I know in South Africa, there are a number of network marketing companies that are services. In the US, there are quite a number of really amazing network marketing companies that are for services. But in Africa, most of them are for products because it is easier to explain. If you have someone who had arthritis, like I had a client who had arthritis, and we sorted her out that she went to the doctor and she doesn't have arthritis anymore because of the products that we gave her. It is easy to explain because I can just show you in Ndeule. And products are easier to demonstrate because when you're taking a product, you can actually take it in. Okay, a product exists. Services are a bit harder to explain, especially in third world countries. At the same time, because even though 10,000 shillings is not a lot of money in the grand scheme of things, in Africa, 10,000 shillings is a lot of money because that's less than $100 to start a business that has the potential to make you money. And once you've started, even though you've started with 10,000 shillings, you can end that month having made a profit of more than the 10,000 shillings. That doesn't exist in any other business type. It doesn't exist. If I'm able to bring 3 good clients, and good clients are clients who are buying, if I'm able to get 3 good clients, I can make 20,000 shillings. And yet, I started the business with an opening stock of 10,000. And this opening stock is not just for me to eat, because that's the other mistake people do. You buy a product that you cannot sell to people. It is only you who can use it because utaki kiharibika. Buy a product that people would buy. For instance, the products to do with joint issues, those ones are easier to sell. There are products to do with erectile dysfunction and issues with pancreatic issues. Those are products easy to sell because men have issues with prostate. I wanted to say prostate, not pancreatic. Men have issues with prostate. And so you can actually sell that product to a man. Any man above 35 should be thinking about taking care of their prostate. So every man is your client. All you have to do is create content specifically for those men so that they take those products. And so the biggest differentiator, and I want to close with this, the biggest differentiator between affiliate marketing and network marketing is in affiliate marketing, you never own the product as if it is your own. In network marketing, you own the product. The company gives you the product and gives you a license to sell that product as if it was yours, even though it is not. Okay? Ukiingia leo KFC, they sell to you those products as if ni zao. Even though si zao, the KFC company is the owner. Okay? And secondly, in network marketing, you can actually build a team of people doing the same thing that you are doing, which is buying the product at a low price and selling it at a higher price and making profit. And they can do the same thing for infinity. So the truth is, there are very few businesses that exist that have the upside of network marketing. The problem we have in network marketing, there are people who are greedy. They want to make money now. And so they will give you unrealistic expectations. And secondly, people thinking that network marketing is a shortcut to wealth. And so they do not put in the effort that it requires to make it in the space. And then third, it is a very difficult business to defend because, for instance, even in Kenya, there are close to 10,000 people who are in BF Suma. I don't know what they are doing because they are all running their own business. The problem is not the company, the problem is the people. And we need to separate the two. That's just the truth. If you go into a shop and you buy expired bread, the problem is not the company which made the bread itself. The problem is that shopkeeper. Blame the shopkeeper. But it gets you more likes to blame the company. It gets you more likes to blame BF Suma when BF Suma has not done anything to you. It gets you more likes. It gets you more engagement. It gets you more bitter people who never put in the effort to grow their own business. And so they hide behind the fact that these products cannot be sold, when the truth of the matter is there are people who are selling and making a profit of 50,000 in one day because they know what it takes to get a sale. Customer service, product knowledge, getting proper customer segmentation, all those are things that are required in every single business. And just because you are doing network marketing, that does not excuse you from doing actual marketing for your products. Let me keep quiet there before I raise my pressure up. You can start in crypto with 1,000 Kenya shillings. You can buy whichever crypto that you've done your own research in. If I was ever to advise you on anything, my advice would be this. Try something new. Apply yourself in that new thing, and you will start seeing success. It's that simple. It's not easy, but it's that simple. Simple Pieces, I do not give financial advice. Do your own research. Make your own mistakes. That is the way life is. I make my own mistakes with my own money. You make your own mistakes with your own money. If it is money you are not okay with losing, do not invest in crypto. Let's just keep it simple. Guys, I'm Janifo Lobado. Make sure to follow. We're about to end the live stream. Make sure to follow me. Make sure to follow. Make sure to follow. Don't just stay there and you've been helped for close to 90 minutes and you have not yet followed this guy. Make sure you follow this guy. This guy. Okay? Make sure to follow me on this profile. This profile. Okay? I'm waiting for you guys to follow. Hi, Keisha. Make sure to follow this profile. You know, it doesn't cost you anything to follow. Can you imagine all those gems I have been dropping here? Who else is going to explain to you the difference between affiliate marketing and network marketing as simply as I've done it? Who? Where? And for free? If you want to succeed, thank you, Wanja, for that follow. Guys, let's get the likes up. The follows up. I don't even need likes. I just need you guys to follow. I need you guys to follow. If you want to succeed in network marketing, I'll keep it simple and short. 1, you need good product knowledge. The company will give you a handbook to learn about the products. That's not enough. Take your time, go online, search those products, the ingredients, and find out what do they do. Pick 2 or 3 products that you're going to be selling. Most companies have close to 20 products, even more. Don't start selling all of them. You'll never sell anything. Pick 2, 3 products and sell those ones. And focus on them. And the easier way to do it, if you have a condition, use those products on yourself so that when someone is asking you, do you know if those products work? You can tell them, see, you guys know me. You know the way I used to be. Here is how I am now because of these products. That's the easier route to use. Pick 2 or 3 products that you can use, you can talk about every single day. Even if you're waking up at night, you can be able to talk about those products. Okay? Secondly, commit yourself to training. Learn about network marketing. Learn about your company. Learn about the products. Any opportunity that shows up for you to be trained usually is free. Attend it. The person who brought you into the business, they will tell you, this is a training you should attend. Attend. Even if the person who's training you does not have proper English, that doesn't matter. Even if they don't look like a millionaire, that doesn't matter. Train yourself to listen and grasp something and use that thing to grow your own business, because the advice is free. Third, as you start growing in the business, the people who are ahead of you in the business will start taking notice of you, especially the person in whose team you are in. They will start taking a note of, there's someone in my team who has started doing some work. Ask them if you can shadow them. Ask them, how can you help them? In exchange, you will find yourself in rooms where things are being spoken that are going to help you to leapfrog others in the business just because you have access you don't yet qualify for. I'll give you a cheat code. You see the top performers in your company? Do they have a photographer or a videographer? Go be their photographer. Go be their videographer. In that network marketing company, go be their videographer. And they are not paying you, but you are getting access to them. Tell them, I'd like to be the person taking your photos. If you do it well, you can even get to a time where that person tells you, I need this, let's go and do this. And you will start seeing how they do their business, and you can even look for a way of incorporating that for your own business. If that makes sense, I want to see in the comments. Let me know if that is making sense. The access that you can get just by providing value to some of the top performers in your company will help you make money faster than if you were just trying it alone. Make sure to follow me, guys. Make sure to follow me. We've been doing this now for almost 2 hours. Make sure to follow. Need to get to 1,000 followers, so make sure that you're following me. There are very few places that you will go where you'll get such information and get it for free. Very few places. I can count it on one hand. People who have the wealth of information that is available on my platforms. So if you want to move ahead in life, no matter what it is you want to do, make sure to follow this guy. Okay? See you guys. I hope you have a wonderful evening. I pray for God's blessings upon your life. Make sure that you apply yourself in the things that you want to do. No matter what it is that you pick to do, make sure that you apply yourself to it. I'll leave you with this quote by a gentleman called Alex Hormozi. He says, put in so much effort that it does not make sense that you don't succeed. See you guys.